Alright guys, today's video I'm going to show you how I'm going to change my caliper since the caliper is kind of stuck, and I'll show you what I mean when it's stuck. See, right now the tire is up in the air. Look at that. To move the tire takes a lot of force. So that means these calipers are stuck. The two in the front, this one and the other side in the front, they're slightly stuck, which you come here and you'll touch the rim and you feel the rim hot. You don't want that. There's a lot of resistance going in there because of the calipers are stuck. All right, I'm gonna start disassembling this and show you how I'm gonna change the calipers that I got here to replace the old ones. And since I'm doing the two on the front, I'm also doing the ones in the back. And also I'm gonna flush the system completely with new brake fluid. So I'm going to take all the old brake fluid out and I'm going to add new brake fluid because it's been 100,000 miles that I've been driving with this old fluid, and it's time to change it. See, right now you try to spin that disc and you're not able to spin it at all. And this disc and brake pads were changed about 30,000 miles. So we're going to reuse that. We're just going to change the caliper. And here I'm going to release the pressure of the caliper. And if the caliper doesn't loosen once I open this up, that means the caliper is bad. So I'm going to put a container right here. And we're going to open up. All right, look at that. The fluid is coming out. All right, fluid is coming out fluently to there. It's coming into the container. So now that I relieve the pressure here, I'm gonna try to see if I can spin, and see, no budging at all. So once I remove the pressure from the caliper and it's still stuck, that means the caliper is bad. So time to replace them with new ones. All right, first thing I'm gonna do here is remove this sensor. There we go. And remove from the back here. And let's put it aside. It's going to reuse it again. Now, something very important while the caliper is in place is to loosen the brake line. Here we go. So that way it's easier to take off later. Now we're going to remove these caps. This one up here too. Alright, now I'm going to loosen these bolts here. If the impact gun does not fit back here, use the pipe. There you go, that's what it is. I'm going to go to the one in the bottom here. Alright, move this. Now this caliper is a little bit difficult to move, so just get a screwdriver. You can see every time I do this, the oil tries to drip out because you're forcing the caliper. Let me get a stronger screwdriver. It's hard to take out. Here we go. It's forcing the liquid to come out. There we go. Ooh. That was a little tough to remove. They're like 30% seized inside. So now we're going to screw this. The brake line. Be careful you don't drop this. Alright, this is completely open. And I already drained the other side already. And look at this. You can see the boot is broken. Look how the boot is broken right there. You got dust in there, and that's why this one has stopped working. Alright, the next thing we want to do is remove these two bolts right here. I remove the pad holder device. Alright, got the new caliper here. And also the hardware. So now we need to transfer these pads, but it's still good. Still got 80% of the life. Alright, we got new hardware here. Okay, so now we're going to put the hardware and place this disc inside the new caliper. And now before I put the pads on, or get the hardware in, get some brake caliper grease. Spread it right where the pad is going to go. That helps from noises from coming from the brakes. And also in here, right where the pads are going to go. There we go. I'm going to install the pads now. Alright, that pad is in. Push all the way to the inside. Now we're going to put the other one in. Alright, it's in. Alright, both of them are in already. Now we're going to screw the caliper inside the brake line. This is very difficult sometimes. This is not a straight part, it's kind of slanted. So screwing here is a little difficult. Alright, it's in. I just gotta spin it. Okay, now we're gonna make sure. Okay, I think we'll have to give it another turn. There we go. I think that's really close. Yep, that's very close. That's exactly what we wanted it. Alright, now you gotta put this bolts. Now, very important now to tighten the brake line. Alright, that's tight enough. It's not kinked or anything like that, so that's perfect. Alright, now we're going to connect the sensor here. Now we have to connect the sensor to the disc brake here. Right now I'm going to do the one in the back. Now the one in the back is very simple too. All you have to do, remove the two bolts behind it. And before you do that, you want to loosen the line here. So loosen this brake line, remove these two bolts, assemble the new one, put the new pads, and that is done. So this one is a lot lighter, so you can take it all in one piece, make it easier. And then spin it out. Alright, here's the new one. Alright, so I'm just going to install the new hardware like the other one. Take some brake caliper grease. Alright. Alright, so just don't forget to tighten the line back on. Alright, that's it. Alright, so both of them are done on both sides. So now I'm just going to start bleeding the lines. I'm going to start filling up the reservoir so I can start bleeding the lines. Look how clear that oil is compared to the old. That's why after 100,000 miles it's better to replace oil. Okay, now we start bleeding the lines. My assistant's going to pump it 3 times, and then on the 4th time she's going to keep it pressed down, and I'm going to release the pressure here. Okay, repeat the process again. All right, you can see the oil is going down. All right, going to release the pressure here. Okay, there's the oil coming down. All right, we're going to do it one more time. I'm going to add more oil. Okay, there's no bubbles here. Okay, release it. And now we're going to go to the back one. All right. A lot of bubbles coming out of here. Okay, do it again. All right, it's down. I'll release some air here. You can feel the air coming out. Do it again. All right, since the back ones are longer lines, I'll do more bleeding in the back ones. All right, here we go. All right, I don't see no bubbles here. All right, so all the system is bled now. Now we're gonna put the tires back on and see how that tire spins. All right, let's see how it spins now. See, that's how the tires should be spinning. See, like that. If you remember, the other one would not spin at all. Look at that. To move the tire takes a lot of force. Look at that. Beautiful. That's how it's supposed to be spinning. So now we just fixed the problem. As you saw, you got to bleed the system. If you can spin the tires correctly like this, then you may have a caliper stuck in the on position. That's why it doesn't retract all the way. And like I showed you at first, release the valve back there, see the brake fluid come out. That should relieve the pressure of the caliper. And if it doesn't open, so now you know you have a bad caliper and you need to replace it. In this case, this one, as you saw, look at that hole right there. So you know that this is not a good functioning caliper. Alright guys, if you found this video helpful, how to diagnose and replace your calipers on 4 tires. In my case, only 2 fronts were bad, but in this case, change them all at 100,000 miles. So that way you have them new for probably another 100. And also, drain the lines, get new fluid in. As you saw, the color was dark. Brand new fluid has lighter color. Alright guys, if you found this video helpful, how to change your calipers, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.